Hi, this is Kevin Thomas. Usually I'm doing my at-home film festival. Yes, I have a guest. We'll find out who that is in a minute, because I first have to give him his flowers. I'm interviewing him part of the Frameline Film Festival, the mother of all film festivals. And I am fortunate as a writer to get a lot of screeners early so we can write about them before the festival. Well, the first movie I watched is called Test. I'm sorry to say the reason I watched it first is this guy. Shh, don't talk yet. Like, he's a muscle guy with beautiful eyes. Why would not a normal gay man want to see that first? But I realized I was judging a book by its cover, because I haven't seen them all, but all the movies I have seen from Frameline, Test is my favorite. It is so good. And this guy is more than good looks because he wrote it, he acts the hell out of it, he's terrific, and I am so glad and lucky to be able to sit here and talk to Brock Yurich. Okay, Brock, now it's your turn.
Okay, that was the nicest introduction I've ever had. Thank you so much, Kevin, for having me. That really, really means a lot to me.
Well, you know, it really was. I judge a book by its cover, but by the way,
We all do.
has that happened to you a lot in your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell you a little thing from one of my acting classes?
Absolutely, tell me.
So I have this memory. This is sort of like something that stuck with me. I took this really wonderful acting class with Deborah Hadwell in New York City, and I was doing a scene and with one of my really wonderful friends, Amy Rutledge. And the scene, my character was really upset at my scene partner and for something she had told somebody. And I kept smiling through the scene, and I'd say, hey, oh yeah, great. And I kept doing that. At the end of the scene, my teacher says, Deborah Hadwell says, why are you smiling? I said, I don't know. She says, do it again, don't smile once. So we did it, and it felt so much better. And I said, I find myself in my real life smiling often because so many people tell me, when I first met you, I thought you were gonna be an asshole, but you're really nice. And so I feel like sometimes I do get judged, and so I don't want people to have the wrong impression of me.
So now let's talk about your movie, Test. Now, do you know there was another gay film festival film called Test? Were you worried about titling it that?
No, I think it was in 2012, I think so. And I was not worried about having a similar title because it's such a common word, and it's one word, and so I wasn't afraid of people calling me a copycat. This movie has always been Test, and I think that title is really, really it's just the best thing to name this story, because not only is the character being tested, that's the obvious one, but testosterone, and we refer to it as test in the bodybuilding world. And so I thought it was important to have multiple meanings and to encompass, this whole story is about these guys with problems, and testosterone is a big factor in that.
Well, I also took from my viewing of it, there's so many things you're testing. You're testing your sexuality.
Yes.
You're testing your relationship with your mother.
Yep.
You're just testing everything.
Exactly.
So, and we'll find out if he succeeds on those levels by watching the movie Test.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me also ask you, it seems so real. How much of that is your own life?
I wouldn't know how to quantify that, but it's not autobiographical, but it is almost every scene in the movie is inspired by something that I have been through that is similar. So I filtered it through, the screenwriting, the storytelling filter, but it almost feels like Eddie could be me in an alternate universe. If my life or my path, one decision that I had made had, taken me this way, I feel like that could have been, my life.
Okay, where's Test going next?
We have many film festivals coming up. We're going all around the world with Test. At the moment, I can't, we haven't been officially announced, so I can't really say, but we're gonna be going to a lot of really wonderful film festivals. So if you follow Test the Film on Instagram, we will be announcing all these lineups.
And do follow it, because I gotta tell you something, people. I love film festivals because you see them first. Like, I saw Test already. It may take a year to get to a theater or a streaming channel. I've already seen Tess. Whatever city you're in, go to the film festivals. In fact, people like Brock will be there, subject to availability and his schedule, to go support his movies. So you will be able to go to a film festival, see great movies, including Tess, and meet the creators of these movies. I think that's a great thing to do.
Yeah, that's why I did this. My whole entire purpose of making this movie and getting this movie made was to connect with people in person and to hug them afterwards and to shed a tear and to shake people's hands and hear, like fresh right out of the theater, how are you feeling right now? And so many people have come up to me and people will say, I don't want to bug you, I just wanted to tell you. I'm like, no, this is literally what I live for. Please come and tell me. I'm
Do it.
Yeah, I plan on being at every film festival that we get into, if I can.
Okay, now speaking of film festivals, this is not breaking news. I try to make it breaking news, but I'm talking to Michael Carroll Green. Are you listening? Michael, he's the executive director of Cinema Diverse in Palm Springs, where Test has entered to be screened. I spent the entire week bugging the crap out of Michael Carroll Green to say, please let me say you're going to screen the movie. He won't release it too early. You got to hear like everybody else.
Yeah.
But I am on the voting committee, and I personally voted for Test to screen.
Thank you.
Breaking news, we hate to interrupt this program, but the movie Test has just been chosen, and it's not public information yet, to be the closing night film of Cinema Diverse in Palm Springs on September 27th. Now back to our wonderful interview. Take it back, Kevin. Speaking of Palm Springs, there's another movie that's a short that I'm promoting for Palm Springs called Pillow Talk. More breaking news. The short film Pillow Talk is probably going to change its title, but we don't know yet. So stay tuned to this YouTube channel and we will announce it in the future. Back to our show. This is the year of Brock. He's in Test. He's in a short film called Pillow Talk. And have you all seen Stop That Train? You have to say it like that because it's all those exclamation points.
Exclamation points, yeah.
He is a pit crew for RuPaul all this year.
Yeah.
We're going to cover them both. So, Pillow Talk, like when did you film that?
We filmed that January of 2025.
Do you know how kind of famous the creator of that short is?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
For those who don't know Pillow Talk, if you're gay, you probably are because you're watching this. He created Daddy Hunt the Serial, which was one of my favorite all-time web series. And now he's done this great short film, which I also voted to screen in Palm Springs, but we can't say anything. So how long did that take?
I think we shot for 2 days.
We
shot in one weekend.
Yeah, the movie, the short film Pillow Talk kind of goes through a period of two men in a sort of relationship. I won't go in more, you have to see the movie. But things that I liked in that film, the sheets changed and your facial hair changed a lot. So it looked like time had gone by.
Yeah, that was the goal, was to make it seem like, it's set during a very specific period of time, and to see how, people's physical changes and, emotional changes, and how, everybody's mental health was being affected during that time. So yeah, I had to come in with he was like, don't touch anything, let everything grow. So I had to come with a beard, and then we had to film backwards. It was interesting, it was fun.
So let's go to your other film, Year of the Brock. Stop That Train. Are you gonna be a pit crew member in the future on the show?
I can't say, but
What are you, full of all these things you can't say? You can't say what festival you're
cut
in.
this out.
You can't.
No.
Okay, we can leave it. You can't say.
Here's my goal with Drag Race. I would, rather than being a pit crew member, I would rather be a judge. I want to be a judge.
But you have to be a little more famous to be a judge.
That's what I'm
Unless you
doing.
want to be one of those. I'm sorry, you are going to get famous, but you need a little more. You need to be like.
That's why I'm saying it's my goal. Well, the only reason that I'm trying to become a really well-known popular actor is to become a judge on Drag Race. That's my main goal. I'm really, really passionate about dog rescue. And I'm really passionate. I started fostering pit bulls.
I saw that in your social media. It's so cute.
Yeah,
he's this cute and he loves dogs.
I do.
I'm sorry, let me do it again.
Yeah.
He's this cute and he loves dogs. Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, I am a huge dog rescue advocate, and so in 2018 I fostered my first pit bull. His name was Saint, and it was the best one of the best things I've ever done to take in a dog that the shelter had no space for, and I brought him in and I watched over him and I posted him on my Instagram, and my friends adopted him, and it was like one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done. So I continue to do it, and I still continue to do it. And so all that to say, I wrote a story called Pitbull, and that is my follow-up. That's the next film that I want to make. So,
Well, when you need help trying to get festivals, you turn to me.
I absolutely.
Well, we've uncovered a lot with Brock, so here's what you gotta do. First, go see Stop That Train and watch his whole 1.5 seconds on screen. But that's like your starter plate. Then you follow him on social, what's the social media tag again for your movie?
Test the film.
Test the film, then you'll find out when it's coming to your town. This has been so nice to talk to you. I also want to thank my great friends at the Axiom Hotel in San Francisco that provided us this great meeting space. By the way, if you stay at Axiom and you don't want to talk to people, a robot will deliver your DoorDash or your Uber Eats, so keep that in mind. Anyway, I am so excited. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot one thing. This is so important. Brock, I don't know if you remember when I wrote about your movie or talked about it on my YouTube channel. I said one day you need to have one of these. This is not yours, this is mine. But everybody, I think Brock is so talented.
Oh my gosh.
He will have one of these one day. You want to touch my big Oscar?
Oh my God.
I don't say that about everybody. I don't know if it's gonna be in writing or acting. He's so natural. I was so blown away by every aspect of him, his performance, and the film Test. So one day, he, like me, can have an Oscar.
That's
so
really,
you look forward to that.
Thank you. That really
By the way, I know you'll
means a
bring
lot.
your friend Ozzy to the Oscars, but you should demand one more seat for me.
For you.
Yes.
You called it.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
I will-
Okay.
I will-
Wait, now I'm going to keep that forever.
I will pull some strings.